Joining me now is Annie Cyrus. Let's get an update on what's happening in Iran, because we're on day, I think, 13 now. And we have a message out by the prince, the son of the Shah, to President Trump. We'll read that and show you a lot of brand new footage. Annie, welcome back to the broadcast. Thanks for being with us. Are we on day 13 now?
Yes, we are on day 13.
Day 13. Let's go to this. The prince put out, Mr. President, this is an urgent and immediate call for your attention, support, and action. Last night, you saw the millions of brave Iranians in the streets facing down live bullets. Today, they're facing not just bullets, but a total communications blackout, no internet, no landlines. Ali Khamenei, fearing the end of his criminal regime at the hands of the people, and with the help of your powerful promise to support the protesters, has threatened the people on the streets with a brutal crackdown. And he wants to use this blackout to murder these young heroes. I have called the people to the streets to fight for their freedom and to overwhelm the security forces with sheer numbers. Last night, they did that. Your threat to this criminal regime has also kept the regime's thugs at bay. But time is of the essence. The people will be on the streets again in an hour. I'm asking you to help. You have proven, and I know you are a man of peace and a man of your word. Please be prepared to intervene to help the people of Iran. That was put at about 9:10 Eastern Standard Time this morning. We have a lot of footage Annie has collected. Annie, you're getting a whole lot of sleep monitoring all this?
Not really, but that's okay. There's always coffee and Red Bull and energy drinks and quick naps.
Well, we'll pray for your stamina. Thank you for all you're doing. This is a little graphic. I want to give you a warning, folks. This is a little graphic if you want to look away for about 30 seconds. This is about 20 seconds. It is a little graphic, but I think we need to show it. I try not to do this just, for the sake of shock and awe, but I want to show you how brutal this regime is. They're shooting these people in the face. We now have a count of about 51 dead. About 9 of them are under the age of 18 or 18 and under. Look at this video footage here. This man, his last seconds after being shot in the face, drowning on his own blood. As you listen to his friends mourning and weeping there, this has happened now to several people. And it's unfortunately probably about to get a lot worse, Annie, because you sent me footage earlier today of what you called a 12fer. This is a guy, I guess, based on that, I think you're talking about he believes in the 12th Imam that comes with chaos, right?
Yes, he's a Shia Muslim.
Coming from Iraq?
The regime of Iran. Coming from Iraq. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And tell me about him and the men around him in that black uniform.
He's a very well-known general in Iraq, working for the regime of Iran, Shia Muslim, as I said. And he put out a video. You can see it's a daytime, which would have been last night, our time. He put out this video on his X account with a writing of, "Until last breath, we will protect our Imam being Khamenei," marching to take care of the terrorist protesters in Iran. So I would say by now they have definitely arrived. And we have received reports that a lot of riot police are speaking Arabic. They're not even speaking Farsi at this point. When they give shout outs or yell at people to tell them to spread or go home or whatever, it's mainly Arabic spoken, not Farsi. And that's what I was afraid of. That it will, because this is not the first time during Green Movement and also during 2019 uprising, the same thing happened when the police decided to join the people, or at least not kill people. They brought their Muslim soldiers from other countries, especially Iraq. And by the way, this is why I said if he decide him being Khamenei, if he decides to escape, he's going to head to Iraq first. He's got a military there that's going to protect him.
Now, where did these guys come from? I mean, we come out of Saddam Hussein, the Iraq War. Were these guys working for America or the CIA at one point? I wouldn't be shocked if they were. But, I mean, who is this character? Has he always been in Iraq and all of a sudden he rises now?
No, he didn't rise now. He rose many years ago. I want to say. I'm sorry. Numbers and everything is very blurry in my head. Probably a good 10 years ago is when he became a big name and promoted to general. His main original training was by IRGC as a younger man when he wanted to join. He originally wanted to join Hezbollah, but then he decided to stay the IRGC chapter of Iraq. Some of his recruits were trained by our soldiers in Iraq. Some of them are not Iraqi. Some of them are Pakistani, Afghanistani, different countries. But he himself is a trained soldier by IRGC, directly from Iran. But born and raised Iraqi.
Born and raised in Iraq?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to some of the footage you've sent me. We've got a lot to get to tonight. Here we go. We can pull down the audio and you just tell us what's going on here.
So even though Iran is in full blackout, very rarely we're getting footages, but you can see the numbers on the streets for Friday night are more than Thursday night, not less. Regardless of the crackdown, people are still showing up. We don't have concrete confirmation of how many cities because we're not getting enough videos to know or enough messages. So they found a way to limit the Starlink. I have no idea how that happened, but regime even shut down Starlink access.
They did?
Yes, that's why earlier today I actually posted on my pages asking for prayers because physically I couldn't breathe. We were in complete dark for 8 hours. Nothing was coming out of Iran. Nothing. Not even a text message was coming out. They shut down electricity, they shut down phone lines, cell phones, signals, internet, and they found a way to absolutely, the signal received was 1% in Iran, 1%. So now I have heard reports that Elon Musk is working on it, he's going to override whatever they did. But as we speak right now, it's still 1%. That's why we don't have too many videos. At some point, I started getting some of the text messages coming through WhatsApp. So that was good. I have a lot of updates from people on the ground just texting, or from Iran International getting it the same way with the app they introduced to people a few months ago. But the numbers are still, the people are on the streets, and as Prince Pahlavi put out a call to action for Iranians outside of Iran. We have to continue being their voice. We can't let this fade away. We can't let them massacre people like they did in 2019. We're waiting to see if Elon Musk is going to actually be able to overwrite their block or blockage. Forgive me, honestly, in my head, I don't even know which language I'm talking, thinking, hearing, seeing anymore. So I'm a little delayed on proper English today. But people showed up. They are still burning down mosques. I sent you the video of the mosque being burned down. That mosque is not just a mosque. The mosque that I don't know if you're going to play it tonight, but you played it on your radio. That is a what do we call it here? Mega mosque.
I think that's mosque. It right there. That's it right there.
Yes, there you go. That's the one. That is. You can see how big that thing is, and it is on Kaj Square in Tehran, which is a very big area. And the fact that people are just cheering and they're chanting Iran repeatedly, you just hear them clap and say Iran. For those who may not know what this means, they're burning a mosque down, chanting Iran, meaning they're looking forward to be Iran again and not the Islamic Iran again. I tapped into broadcasts of Iran itself. I recorded some videos with my phone, terrible quality, but they actually confirmed not only mosques have been burned, but they showed the pages of Qurans burned on the streets, in the mosque, in seminaries. Of course, they're twisting it all. The propaganda machine is at 250,000%. They are saying those killed last night were not by the regime. Israel and U.S. had people on the street killing people to turn this into something it isn't, which we know it's a lie. But they did confirm mosques are burned down. And that major mosque is huge, again, being capital in Tehran, in a very big area. Police departments are still either burned or broken into. What else do I have on updates? 51 confirmed deaths from day one, not last night, from day one. 51 confirmed. As you said, 9 of them, 17 and under, actually. We have the ages. And the oldest from kids under 18 was 17. There are over 2,000 people who have been arrested as of right now. We can confirm, either family members confirmed or friends confirmed or videos on the street. And over 30 arrestees are missing, meaning the regime has, when their families went to local police department asking about them, they said we did not capture them. That is also a pattern. So they're just disappeared, which most likely one day we're going to find a mass grave of all of them and those who went missing from other uprisings. So that's where we're at.
And we're being told the Shah, I don't know if it's true, the Shah is saying that the Khomeini should step down and maybe you'll be able to live next to your buddy Assad in Moscow.
This morning, he very quickly after, after his call for those outside of Iran, Iranians outside of Iran, he did join Iran International. I watched it. He did say that directly to Khamenei that here's your last chance. Get out, and you get a chance to leave a little longer next to Assad in Moscow, or what happens next to you is your own fault. He did put that warning out on that interview. Yes. He also called for expansion of the strike. He called specifically for truck drivers to go on full strike. He called for workers at oil refineries to also go on a strike as of Saturday morning. And I should mention this. In Iran, weekends are different. We just finished weekend. Saturday morning in Iran is the first day of the week. That's why he's putting the call to action now. Today of Iran was already weekend. There's just one weekend day, Fridays. So those are the follow-up call to actions by him.
Now, is there any truth that the Khomeini has removed the Iranian flag from his X post, as some people are saying?
Khamenei did not do that, no. What I have heard, I have not confirmed. As you know, I don't do much X because my own reasons, but I did see a post that Elon Musk is removing the Islamic flag from the emoji part of X and placing the Pahlavi flag in place of it. That okay. I have seen, yes. Okay. Now, what I will say is this morning, Khamenei, morning of Iran, Friday morning of Iran, Khamenei showed up for a speech in a closed location with a handful of friends in the room, I should mention, very scared. Not just, you could see it in his face, his left hand, which is his real hand, the right hand is a fake hand, or anyways, visibly shaking. And he did talk for about 20 minutes or so, as always making threats toward Israel and America, blaming Israel and America, calling protesters terrorists and hired for destruction by the enemy. And he also did say Islamic Republic of Iran will not back down. But the most important part of this speech on the video, I will do my best to subtitle and release it at some point. But there is a sign behind him, like a banner behind him. And the banner says, one second, if it's about losing, it won't be us. And it's very curious because I don't recall ever seeing Khamenei with any banner or any hint of losing wording. It has always been, we're so victorious and we won the 12 Days War and we won the Iraq War and we won this. That was, for me, that was curious. Of course, his talking points are repeat of repetition. He's been repeating these sentences for over 40 years. But that banner was fairly curious that there is actual possibility. You know, psychologically, they're talking about if it's about losing, it won't be us. So I don't know. I'm tapping more into their broadcast, considering we're barely getting videos. But I should say, congratulations, Tucker. You were the highlight of most of night programming on 3 out of 5 IRIB channels.
And why would they do that? Buddy. Are they trying to say that? Show that even Americans love the regime, or what?
Well, so they're by the way, they have taken a step forward. They're not even subtitling anymore. They are taking the time to actually have voiceover on Tucker's shows. That's pretty. That's I don't know why they're investing in doing that, but what they're doing is they're showing. Okay, part of the propaganda by Tucker is proving that Israel is this apartheid regime that's trying to conquer the world, and it runs everybody and everything. That's the main thing they're using from Tucker.
So to blame the Jews are running everything.
It is the Jews, and the warning constantly from in between the speakers and the anchors and experts on camera has been, be careful, people of Iran, don't let this Zionist regime lie to you about whatever they're promising. Look, they're destroying other countries. That's the narrative they're using Tucker for. But here's another thing I should say, as you played that video, the regime is, they're shooting people in the face. And there's another video. I did not send it to you because I figured it would be very graphic for your audience. Last night in Iran time, a college dorm in Karaj, which is my hometown, they stormed. And when they left, the videos I received, you just see young girls. It was a female dorm. As you know, female and male are separated in Iran. Just their cold, bloody bodies on the floor of the dorm. That's it. Nothing. They're literally in their pajamas. They were getting ready to go. They weren't even part of the protest. They weren't even out there. They weren't doing anything. They weren't even chanting. But they were easy access. So the riot police just went in there and literally, when we say blood pool, you'll see it in that video. Young students of university on the ground, dead, no protection, nothing. And but the news channel, which I recorded 3 videos, what do we call the thing, that the ticker on the screen was hypocrisy to the max. They were constantly reporting about the 37-year-old mother who was shot and killed in Minnesota. That was the reporting. And then they were showing footages from Minneapolis of this is what the dictator regime of Trump does to people. Like, talk about projection.
What about the prince? Is it, again, we have to try to verify everything. Is it true he has put out a statement saying that he is preparing the steps to return to Iran?
Yes, he did say on an interview that the moment, the proper way to translate this, the moment the situation requires his return, he is ready to return. Yes. Now, can I address one more thing that a lot of propagandists out there are? Prince Pahlavi joined Patrick Bet-David, who I went after a few days ago on my show. A few years ago, I want to say it was 23. And Patrick, who's very anti-Pahlavi, who I should say is a Syrian, Armenian, Christian, Iranian in America, cut a little tiny soundbite of that interview when Prince Pahlavi said, I want a free Iran, but I don't want my freedoms to be sacrificed as first for it. I have watched that full video when it happened. Prince Pahlavi is not saying, I don't want the job because I want my freedoms in America. The question was, if opportunity arises, would you return and be the leader? What Prince Pahlavi said was, I am a free man here in America. And I love my freedoms, and I don't want to sacrifice them for what might be a false hope. Why do you hold that against this man? That's reasonable. He never said, I'm not going to go save people. He never said, I'm not going to sacrifice my freedoms for Iran. I'm sorry, I just wanted to address, I've seen it all day, thanks to Patrick putting it out on his X. Now everybody's retweeting it saying Prince Pahlavi didn't want the job 3 years ago. Now he wants it.
Now tell me what's the latest on the Republicans, some of the Republicans, the RNC, GOP, whoever they are, pushing MEK and talking down the prince?
It's most certainly, they have doubled down for sure. There are so many, and again, another reason I don't really do X. If you go on X, you'll see our favorite mayor, America's mayor, is definitely on it. From interviews to clips and sound bites, from posting directly, twisting history. Forgive me, I forgot who's the assigned person to Ukraine, the convoy
Mike
to
Walls?
Ukraine. There you go. Today, Mariam Rajavi, leader of MEK, released a picture. She didn't mention when it was taken, but she posted it very proudly, saying, "I want to thank Mike Waltz for his support," and that was retweeted. So no, it's going. They're doing what they can, but to be very fair, it's they're wasting their time. There's some of the videos coming out of Iran. You see, people are holding up Reza Pahlavi's picture at this point. So, but there are definitely more efforts in last few days by MEK spoke people of the Republican Party.
Is there any more? Are there any more video footage? Is there any more video footage we need to play, guys? Logan, we've gone through it all. Okay, so we've gone through it all.
Again, today it's been hard. First of all, it's hard to verify some of the videos because we can't. Like, it's regime has gotten involved with sending their own videos in between other videos.
Yeah.
And also people are blocked from any access or signal. So it hasn't been like yesterday. I probably sorted through a good 1,500 videos. Today, barely 200. Barely.
Why?
200,
because they can't get the videos out.
They can't. That's the thing. Most of the messages just have turned into just text via either WhatsApp or Iran International app. People are just typing and sending because nothing else gets through. Mm-hmm. They can't even send pictures.
Tommy Robbins, I guess, is holding a rally on Sunday at 3:00 outside Downing Street to stand with the Iranian people. Listen,
is that the one in front of the Iran embassy in London?
Well, Downing Street,
I think that's the one.
No, Downing Street would be the home of the Prime Minister. Here we go. Listen to this. Here's Tommy Robinson.
Hello, everyone. I am in central London and I'm outside the Iranian embassy. Why am I outside the Iranian embassy? I'm outside the Iranian embassy because innocent Iranians are being butchered and slaughtered at the hands of an Islamic regime. An Islamic regime, if you're watching this and you're British and you say, because it's got to do with us, we helped put the Ayatollah, this scumbag, into that country, and they've enslaved the people since 1979. So people who are not Muslim have been enslaved by Islam, forced to wear a hijab. Women, the only real feminist movement that I've seen in my lifetime, the real one, not this third wave, the only real feminist movement I've seen is those brave, fearless girls who take off their hijab to dance and sing and get murdered. There's been so many murders if you go back through each of these uprisings. What you're seeing now is a revolution happening in Iran. And it's a revolution happening by people who don't want to be enslaved by Islam. And right now, they need that in charge of our country. I personally think we should be blowing out of everything that Ayatollah holds. His military bases, everything. He needs to be hit now while the people are rising up. I've just come here to walk over to send my little personal thing to say, without getting run over, well, I try to anyway, is to send a message. I don't usually like burning things. Will you hold that so it's on me? You got it on me? Yeah. Let's both do it like. You take that one, I'll do that. Right? That is the Ayatollah. When you say who is the Ayatollah, this scumbag justifies paedophilia. That country there, out behind Hamas, Hezbollah, they support every terrorist regime that is targeting us, the West. All of us, yeah? They're weak and they're all because Israel obliterated them since October 7th. So I'm here just to show my disgust and ask you, I don't know if it's going to go because of how cold it is. Hey, mate. I'll do it. I've seen ladies doing this. Let me take it. I've seen women doing this just to show their disgust. That's our disgust in Great Britain, the Ayatollah, yeah? And freedom for all those women, yeah? And freedom for all the Iranians. Thank you so much. And if you can, there's a demonstration happening right here. There's people outside here every day, yeah? But come down and support them as members of the British public. Do you know the power went out? The power went out in Iran at 8 p.m. All internet, all phones, all these people who've got family in that country, it's a blackout. It's a blackout because his killing forces have gone butchering citizens, yeah? So show your support this Sunday, 3 p.m. right here. Come down here, show your support this Sunday at 3 p.m. Here, yeah?
Number 10.
Oh, front of Downing Street, yeah? Tomorrow and Sunday, but I'll be there Sunday reporting for you at 10 Downing Street. Get is there, show some support, show your disgust at the Islamic regime, and pray that this Ayatollah and their corrupt Islamic supremacist mindset falls, and falls soon. So then you can see the parties in Venezuela that you saw the people celebrating. Wait to see the celebrations coming out of Iran from the Persians, yeah?
Be in front of Downing Street on Sunday. So, although he was out in front of the, I guess, embassy of Iran there.
Hello, everyone.
Let me ask you, do you think this is going to be successful, this regime change? Do you think it's going to happen or not?
Do I think the Islamic regime led by Khamenei will be toppled very soon? Absolutely. Do I think the regime change will be soon? No, it's going to take time. Last night I mentioned on my Facebook, remember, toppling Khamenei's regime is not the final step. It is a great step, but the real challenge starts after that. Iran is by far, not saying it because it's my motherland, factually, you can find out the information. It's the gem of Middle East. Way too many countries want to control it. Why do you think for so many years it has been torn by so many other countries? Who gets to take power will be the real battle. There are Congolese, there are the Tudeh, there are the MEK, all of them Islamic. So I don't know if soon we're going to see Iran freed of Islam, but soon we will see Iran freed of Khamenei. Yes.
Okay, well, President Trump, as we know, said if you kill any of these protesters, you're going to get it. That's a headline for the New York Post. Trump threatens all hell on Iranian regime as protesters take to the streets demanding democracy. Okay, we got 51 dead now. So do you think something's coming from the Trump administration when it comes to Iran or not?
I pray it does now. Crown Prince Pahlavi has called for it because that's what we've been asking. Just hold off until they ask for help. Do I think he will act? I give it maybe 5%. Now, I know you don't mind, but I'll encourage your audience to go read my Substack from this morning. Israel is keeping quiet. They even said they're not sure where this revolution is going. But I will say this, again, I've said a lot of things on your show we later played back. I'll say this, if President Trump hesitates for too long, it's okay, because Israel is ready to go. They will do the right thing.
So you think Israel will be doing something very soon?
If Bibi will, as always, Bibi will wait and let Trump take credit. But Bibi also understand what Crown Prince Pahlavi says when he says, what did he say? Time is of essence. Bibi understand that. And this isn't about, I agree with you, 51 people, 9 kids were killed. How many more? Maybe I missed it, but maybe President Trump said, if you kill more than 200 people, I come get you. I have no idea. Or maybe you have limit to 100 kids killed before I come get you. Well, Bibi understand. Bibi has dealt with this in his own land. So he will wait proper time. If we don't go in, then he will.
Did you notice that last night, season 3 of Tehran was released? Episode 1, season 3 last night?
Yes, I haven't had the chance to watch it due to everything going on, but I did get the notification, yes.
Don't you find that interesting that was released yesterday, season 1, season 3?
Yep, that's the thing. Read my Substack. Israel, I don't know. I know a lot of people like to hate Israel and Jews and all that, but you have to give them credit. They give subtle hints without having to tweet 5,000 times a day and ask anyone or thank anyone for their attention to this matter. That is what a real chess player does. A chess player doesn't scream their next move or their last move or redo their move. They just quietly strategize and then do it. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's definitely, I'll take it as a subtle hint.
I just thought it was really interesting, right? And I'm shocked that Apple TV would put out this third season and any of the seasons, because it does not make the regime look good at all, does it?
No, but I would say it's been a while that all platforms have stopped that. They have come to realize there is no benefit anymore. If anything, there's harm to their business if they continue this cherry picking of programming. Remember when Red Alert came out?
Red Alert,
Netflix, Apple TV, Amazon, everybody put it out. Even YouTube had it out, unpaid, of course. But yeah, I think most of these platforms are over it. They don't do okay, if you run this, there will be backlash. They just have stayed pretty neutral.
And for those who don't know, the Tehran series is about a Mossad agent penetrating into Iran to wreak havoc. It's a Mossad operation. It's Israel. Let me play the trailer just because I think the timing of that coming out last night, season 3, episode 1 of season 3 was very interesting. The timing. Here we go.
You have 47 minutes. Stay in communication with me. Do what you have to do. I will be home by tomorrow afternoon.
یه اتفاق برمی افتاده. یه مأمور موساد وارد ایران شده.
اسرائیلیات میخوان یه کار بزرگ بکنن. The coast is clear. Take care of the package.
I'm in. Copy that.
همین امروز میخوام گیرش بندازم. اینو پیدا کن.
The cops are here. You have to get out.
I'm almost done. התחילה את הפריצה הפיזית.
دیگه کی هستی؟
The mission is burned. They're on to you now. من مخلوط شدم؟
از مسکن עכשיו. جایی ندارم برم. فقط یه شب.
بدون قایم کردن یه اسرائیلی یعنی چی؟
I will get you out. I'll do whatever it takes.
داره کارشو میکنه.
I need your help. The police are looking for me. They're questioning everyone here.
دست بالا بیا بیرون. تو میدونی ازت چی میخوام؟
نه من هیچ وقت خانمو ندیدم.
You keep lying to me. You're not gonna make it home alive. If I were you, I'd get my revenge on all of Tehran. You have till midnight. Do not test me.
יש לי כיוון לפעולה. חייבת להוריד פרופיל. We're not gonna get another chance.
من نمیخوام حالشون رو بگیرم و به زانو درشون بیارم. طوری که همه دنیا ببینن.
There's no going back now.
Of course, that was a trailer that was a few years old, but now season 3 last night, season 3, episode 1, find it very ironic again that got dropped last night. I wonder if they rushed it or if that was the timing plan.
I don't think it was the timing plan. I mean, I don't think it was a schedule because I would get notification. Normally you get notification like new season, release this date, this time. Mm-hmm. I never got the notification unless, I don't know.
But there you go.
But I'm glad it's out. And things are happening very fast.
Oh, speaking of fast, let me show you. This is from one of the squares here. Look at the picture he's holding.
Yes, Pahlavi, right there.
Are they keeping their faces covered on purpose like that, some of them?
Yes, so they managed to take a lot of the street cameras off, but there are still plenty of them out there. And also the insiders, meaning regime people, we talked about it early on, day 1 or 2, they blend into the crowd and pretend like filming, but they use those footages to identify people. So they cover their faces. So either the cameras or the insiders in the crowd don't capture their faces and identify them and pick them up later.
Any idea or what this is here?
Yes.
What's that?
That was, they actually managed to break in, break the gates or open the gate to one of the seminaries where they ended up, they couldn't burn it down completely, but they set heavy fire on it. That was, I want to say it was in Elam, but I'm sorry, too many videos. I think it was in Elam, but it was a seminary. That's what you call them, right? The religious kind of a school slash
seminary. Yep. Check this out, Annie. They're saying that in audio captured and circulating footage, a local reporter we heard saying...
Yes, I received that audio file as well.
You did? Okay. Quote,
yes.
Do you hear this? I haven't seen crowds like this since 2009. That's what a reporter is supposedly saying. The turnout here in Haft-Haz is enormous. I can't believe how many people have come. You wouldn't believe what it's like here. Families are here. People have brought their children, even in proms, end quote. What's proms? Does that mean pajamas?
Yes. I actually said to someone, they said, would you say the difference of this time and last time is, the uprising is bigger, the crowds, the cities? And I immediately said, we are this close to match the 2009. Now, to remind our audience, 2009 was the Green Movement, the election fraud uprising, which until yesterday held as longest and biggest uprising.
Look at this. This is from
they matched it.
Iranian state television.
شبیه که مامانا باباها دست بچه‌هاتونو بگیرید. عموها، دایی‌ها، خاله‌ها، عمه‌ها زنگ بزنید. اگه می‌دونید او دختره، او پسره یه ذره حواسش پرته نرن بیرون. اگه اتفاقی پیش اومد، اگر کسی خطی بهش افتاد، اگه تیری در رفت و تیری در کردن و اگه کسی طوری شد گله نکنن. به این خاطر ما اون روزهای نفاق رو و درگیری با منافقین رو طی کردیم. ما اون روزهایی رو که سخت گذشت در جنگ 8 ساله طی کردیم.
What did he say?
To all the parents, to all the uncles and aunts, if you're outside, watch your kids. If you're not, call your kids. Tell them to stay home. If they get out there, and if there's a scratch on them, or let's say a bullet hits them, don't come complaining. Direct threat, basically. They sent a mass text message to all cell phones in Iran. I posted a screenshot. I got the screenshot of the text. I translated it directly from IRGC, literally signed by IRGC, saying the same thing. That because the terrorists is out on the streets and they're gonna try to kill people to blame us, keep your kids at home or don't blame us. Yes, that's why we need that. But we need a way in. We need to hear from people. I pray it's not gonna happen, but I have this very, very bad feeling that 2019 is happening, which was when they went to blackout. They came back a week later with confirmed 1,200 dead. They literally just killed 1,200 people on the streets. So if we don't get access, or they don't get access back to let us know what's happening, I'm afraid the 51 is gonna be much higher within the next 24 to 48 hours.
How old is this footage? You notice there's the American flag and the Israeli flag.
This is 2022.
And they normally would walk on it, but they're walking around it, so not to walk. Not all of them are.
Oh!
Yes.
But a lot of them are refusing to walk.
And somebody just called them out. It's like, they're calling shame on them for walking.
So a lot of them refused to walk on the American or Israeli flags. And when they did, they said shame on them. And that was 2022, huh?
During Mahsa Amini uprising, yes, that's when it actually happened, where a lot of people did that on the streets. A lot of other people at the schools, universities, all of that also refused to walk on. And that's the thing. All across Iran, you see it. Israeli flag, American flag on the ground. So you kind of have to pass through them. But this movement started in 22.
And of course, the media, I would guess the global media, they don't want you to see the fact that the bulk of those, 99.9% of those Iranians wouldn't walk on the Israeli-American flag. I would guess a lot of the mainstream corporate media are not going to show that footage because they don't want people to know that so many Iranians are that pro-American, pro-Israel, right?
Just like they're not going to show you the mass mosque being burned down because they don't want to tell you that people are done with Islam. That goes against every narrative they built for the last 25 years in America.
Here's a clip of the prince on Iranian international news.
بهترین پیامی که داریم به خامنه‌ای میدیم این هستش که این آخرین فرصته، میتونی پاشی بدی بغل دست بشار تو مسکو بشینی، ول کنی مملکت رو، بذار مردم ایران به حکومت خودشون برگردن، دست از سر این مردم بردارید. چقدر میخواین قتل بکنید؟ چقدر میخواین مملکت ما رو بچاپین؟ بس دیگه، مردم کلافه هستن و به همین دلیل تو خیابان‌ها میان. به همین دلیله که انتظار دارن از نیروهایی که نظام میخواد به عنوان سرکوب استفاده کنه. یادشون نره اینا برادران و خواهران خودشونن تو خیابون. به خاطر چی؟ به خاطر یه کیسه برنج و روغن میخواین بدنام بشید، در مقابل تاریخ پاسخگو نباشید. این الان فرصتی است که به مردم بپیوندید و این پیام رو فکر کنم کاملا رژیم فهمیده. باز میگم تمام این عکس‌العمل نظام از روی ترسه، نه برنامه‌ای دارن نه استراتژی دارن، شدیداً دچار التهاب شدن و این نشون دهنده قدرت مردم هست. هیچ چیزی جلودار از قدرت هیچ ملتی در تاریخ ثابت شده نیست و امروز مردم ایران دارن حماسه آفرینی میکنن.
Wow, a historic legacy. Well, let's pray that happens. Annie, as we get ready to wrap here with you, would he put back in place a monarch? Some are saying they don't need a monarch. Iran doesn't need a monarch. Are they going to put back in a monarch if he returns? What are they going to put in?
Let me address the second part of your sentence. To those who say Iran doesn't need fill in the blank, unless you're Iranian, you don't get to say that sentence. I say that as an Iranian. Will he put it? No. He has said even inside his 100-day plan, which again, it is public, it's available. Just look up Reza Pahlavi 100-day plan, and it takes you to an English version website. You can read it. He prefers to do a transitional constitutional republic. However, he has also said that if the people prefer, again, we have very deep ties to kingdom. Remember, if people prefer a constitutional monarch, sure. His preference is no, to have a constitutional republic. That's his choice.
Okay, so he doesn't even want a monarch. So to those
he
saying
does not.
They don't need a monarch, he's not even pushing for a monarch.
No, but that's the thing. A lot of people, a lot of Americans, like Rudy Giuliani, they're twisting history to say he's lying. So let's set the record straight. It's easy to find this information too. When his grandfather pulled the coup d'etat and toppled the Qajar dynasty, first of all, he said, I'm going to go back to being a general. You figure out what you want to do. Everyone, all the candidates said, no, we want you to be the president. Then the mullahs, the imams of Iran came and said, sir, why don't you turn us back to what it was and create a monarch, become the king? He said, I don't want to be a king. But then when he realized it's either he has to become a king or completely give it back to Qajar dynasty, he agreed to Pahlavi dynasty and became the king. However, he did change the monarch of Iran under Qajar dynasty. He turned it into constitutional monarch. So that's the twist they're using. His grandfather didn't want said freedom too, but then became a king. There are historical documents to prove that he didn't. He was forced Just like his grandson today say, if people want a monarch, sure, I'll do that. But I prefer not to.
There it is, liveuptofreedom.substack.com, liveuptofreedom.substack.com. Annie is on
Can I
this.
ask for a huge favor for some of your audience? Can you go back to the Substack and then just click on, when they go there, these are my articles, but on the menu, there's a button that says notes.
Yep.
That is, if you scroll non-stop, I am reporting, but you just have to click notes to see them.
Okay.
You're just, someone texted me saying, I'm not seeing anything on your Substack. They were on the homepage. The homepage only shows articles. The notes is where you see all the videos, translations, updates, breaking news, anything that comes out.
Okay, excellent. Liveuptofreedom.substack.com. And if we have to break in over the weekend, Annie, we will do that.
I will, as you know, I'll be on it, maybe with one eye open, but I'll keep you posted as soon as something major comes in.
Please do. Thank you, Annie, for all you do. Annie Cyrus checking in, one of our broadcast partners. Liveuptofreedom.substack.com. Liveuptofreedom.substack.com. We'll be right back after this short break.
Life is too short to spend a single moment spinning in laundry worries. Take a load off your mind with the all-new Norwex Powerzyme laundry detergent. This natural detergent harnesses the power of enzymes and plant-based surfactants to leave fabrics fresh and clean without fillers, brighteners, synthetic fragrances, bleach, or harsh chemicals. So go ahead, have your cake and eat it too. More than ever, stressful stains have met their match. Powerzyme's fast-acting enzymes break down organic substances while natural surfactants loosen locked-in dirt and oil, removing residue, stains, and odors with ease. With 91% bio-based ingredients, this dermatologist-tested hypoallergenic formula is suitable for sensitive skin types and delivers a safe and effective clean that won't harm you or the planet's waterways. Less time spent worrying about laundry means you can focus on what truly matters. Norwex Powerzyme Laundry Detergent. Discover the power of nature and load up on confidence.